Thanks, Brittany. Back out here at Soldier Field, and one of the great debates that occurs in sports, whether amateur, collegiate, or professional level, is what is the best rivalry, the best matchup of two teams. The Bears and the Packers often gets brought up, and there are a lot of arguments to why it could be the best. Most of the time, it just simply has to do with the games. They've been intense, they've been entertaining, and have had a few quirky endings along the way. An acquaintance built on tundra, cultivated over 90 years. An NFL record 181 times they've met. In front of diehards, cheers and jeers from City Stadium to Lambeau to Wrigley. Soldier Field once in Champaign and once in Milwaukee.
It's fun to be in this rivalry and to be in this position.
But only one time has this rivalry commenced in the postseason. In 1941, 7 days after Pearl Harbor, 33-14, the Bears won. But hardly was it a sign of things to come.
There's a lot of respect in this rivalry.
Since then, 2 games have been decided on free kicks for the Packers in '64 and the Bears in '68. But no kicker was as great as Green Bay's Chester Marcole. In 1980, he scored the game-winning touchdown after recovering his own blocked field goal.
When it comes to game time, you know, there's some hatred and some emotions that come up. You want to beat your opponent.
There was a Bear named after a kitchen appliance who scored a TD in '85. Charles Martin's wrestling-type slam of Jim McMahon that garnered a heavy fine. And in 1989, Don Mikowski led the Packers to victory by first crossing and, after review, not crossing the line. Brett Favre brought the pride back to Green Bay with winning streaks of 10 and 7. But since 2004, the Bears are 8-6, with Lovie Smith bringing things back to even.
They're about four and a half hours away from us. You know, we're used to playing them. They're used to playing us. So this is a game that we're very familiar with.
That's how it was in 2010. The Bears winning in September, the Pack in January. It keeps this rivalry, sans 6 ties, advantaged Bears at 92 and 83.
There's nothing that they're going to do different. That we're going to be like, oh my gosh, where did that come from?
Though the future dictates that these rivals will meet again, it's unlikely it will be under circumstances like this. A victory that's a means to an end.
Sure, George Hallis and Vince Lombardi are pretty pumped up about seeing their team compete the way we will this weekend.
And it is worth noting that tomorrow, both teams will be playing for the George S. Hallis Trophy. He was the longtime coach of the Chicago Bears, and whoever survives that matchup goes to the Super Bowl to play for a trophy named in honor of the famous Green Bay coach, Vince Lombardi. That wraps up our coverage for Chicago. Check out more after the game on Sunday on Fox 59 Sports Overtime. But for now, at Soldier Field, Larry Hawley, Fox 59 Sports.